Well, hello, good evening. How is everybody? And I've been talking to the people in the chat. Oh, and Ann just came by. Hi, Ann, girl. Let me type that in there. And Rebecca was the earliest. She was like 15 minutes early, so that was so fun to see her. And let me get all the way up there. There was Rebecca, then Charmaine, then Angie, and then there was conversations going back and forth, of course. Then Lori's World came in. Hi, Lori. And then the Ann girl came in. Yay! Hey, Ann, how are ya? Tony is in. Tony lives over the pond. You are up late. And he says, hi, long time no see. That is true. I hope you are having a fabulous Monday. And it's been a busy day for us. I had to do a project for, we have what they call the garden walk. And all the master gardeners volunteer and do something that gets auctioned off. Well, this year's theme is Inside Out. And we're doing a float in the parade on the 4th of July, and then the garden walk's the Saturday afterwards. So that's right, Charmaine, over the big pond. That's right, it's a long ways over that ocean. And so I had found, it's like a coffee table, and the glass wasn't in there, and I think I only paid $3 or $5. It wasn't very much anyway. And I got it last fall because I already knew the theme of it. And so I painted it all up. And then I could not find for the life of me containers that would fit those rectangles. There's 2 rectangles in a square. I searched everywhere. And Tony says, it's Mary's birthday tonight, so we have friends over. Off work tomorrow, but well, today it's Tuesday here now. That's true. It's already Tuesday there. Happy birthday to Mary. How exciting. And Doug is in here. Can't stay processing chickens. I knew he was processing chickens today because I watched his live yesterday. And Angela is in here. She lives in North Carolina. Awesome. So it's going to be a fun night tonight. Now, my topic is how small changes can make big wins. But what else? The other thing that I'm doing tonight is I am giving away 2 12-packs of seeds. There's 12 different kinds of seeds. One of the packs is for a member, so only the members can enter into that. The other one, the other pack right here, is anybody in the chat. Doesn't matter, you know. And I was going to show you a couple new tomatoes I'm going to try down in Arizona. This one's called an orange peach. And my understanding is that it actually has fuzz like an orange on the outside. But it's supposed to be really good. I got that recommended to me. And Thorburns Lemon Blush. Now, there are very few yellow tomatoes that are actually yellow. Lots of them are, they're just light orange, really. There's very few actual yellow tomatoes. And then I also got told that these were really good. They're called tomato spoon. Look at how many they have in one spoon. Is that fun or what? Hey, Stella. Look at people just popping in. How are ya? So I will show you next fall when I plant these. I'm actually going to plant them before we leave so that I can take them down there and plant them right away. But I understand that they're just spectacular, tomato seeds. And then when I ordered it, look what I got for free. The same tomato. I could have ordered something else and I would have got these anyway. But who knew? I didn't know. Short question for you guys. Does anybody know of a glasses? See my glasses? They reflect the screen all the time. Is there something or somewhere I can get that my glasses won't do it? You know, either I can put it on the glasses that I have, or I get a different kind. I would just like to know. Will you have a giveaway of your garlic? I will, but my garlic won't be ready till the end of July. And maybe even a little bit longer because we've been so rainy. So, yes, I will. So, fun, fun, fun. So, I am making some goals. And I thought, what do people do in their own lives when they want to reach a big win, reach a big goal? Like, let's just take something simple. You want to buy a new car. Now, do you just go down to the dealer and just buy it without saving any money? Or do you step back? Oh, thanks, Tony. Tony says polarized lenses or film. Okay, thank you. I notice if you get blue blockers on them, they'll cause that reflection. I think these do have blue blockers on them. Reflection, because my husband did that on his new glasses, and they really reflect now. I think these ones, this whole set, because there was like 5 or 6 of them that I got, they're cheaters. They're not really glasses. When I take them off when I drive, and if the sun hits it, you can see this blue reflection on there. So I don't know if that's the same thing, but you know, I need something different because otherwise I'm always going like this, trying to get that computer screen out of my glasses. It's not too bad on my camera, but on the computer, maybe because it's so close. Okay, off subject was I? Yes. Now, so you're going to buy a car. Do you just go to the dealership, pay whatever, finance whatever they say, and pay it for 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years, depending on what it is? Or do you stop and go, oh, see, Angie says, save your money. All debt is bad debt. So I think this is right on topic. That, okay, if you're going to buy a car, why don't you save $2,000, $5,000, the whole amount for the car? Now, realistic, most people probably can't save. Control and plus. Let me try that. Didn't make any difference? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Thanks, Tony. Enlarge text on internet. I don't know if I can do that when I'm in StreamYard. I'm not on my regular, I'm on Chrome, I'm not even on my regular one. Do it again and it keeps getting bigger. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes that way bigger. But does it make it different on the screen that you see me? I don't know. Anyway, tell me if you don't like it, because I'll just go control minus. That'll probably make it go to the opposite way. Let me see. Nope, doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm set like this for the rest of the night. But if you can save even $2,000, the difference in your payment will be astonishing. Save $5,000. How are you going to do that? You got to do some little things to do that. Small changes. Maybe, doesn't change anything for you guys. Does it make that so it doesn't reflect the glasses though so much? Angie says, in my case, I bought my car for $17,000 and knew I was losing my job, so I paid it off in 18 months. Angie's really good at paying off stuff. I saved a lot of money by not paying interest. That's right. That's just like if your house payment. If you can pay extra payments, it's amazing how fast you can pay your house off. So if you can do that, it can make a difference. So those little small changes. So you put a certain amount down, $2,000, $5,000. You've done that by cutting back on coffees, cutting back on movies, because you have a goal. So why not do that change? Oh, look who's here. Hello, Brainstorm Acres, Henry and Irene. I haven't seen you for a while. Hello, that's so nice of you to stop in. We're talking about small changes you can make that are big wins. So I gave the example of buying a car. And Angie in the chat said that she knew she was losing her job, so she just paid and paid and paid and paid her car off in 18 months. Because sometimes you have to make sacrifices to get those big wins. It's just like buying a house. You know, I have talked to tons of people that, you know, they're buying a house, they don't have any money down, they're going to borrow the money. It's just craziness. Why do you want to do that? Angela says, so how do you make extra house payments to get it down fast? I'm not sure if they automatically take it out of your bank or if they send you a statement. But usually on the statement, there's a line in there that says, would you like to pay extra money? Now, you always want to say that you're only paying on the principal. If you don't do that, it goes to like a regular payment. So you want to pay on the principal. You don't want to pay on the interest. So you always have to make sure that you're doing that. Brainstorm Acres says, yes, I've been MIA. Small changes can make big difference. So true. Angie says, I had a 12-year mortgage and was on track to pay it off in 5 years. Then I sold it and bought our new house for cash. That's true. She's telling you the truth. I totally know that. And that is a win. You know, how many of us our lives would be so much simpler if we didn't have a house payment? And it's choices. I know you get a tax deduction for the interest you pay on your mortgage, but isn't it better just to not have a mortgage at all? Those small changes made a big win. Now, if Angie hadn't been doing that, paying extra, having when you do a 15-year, 12, 10-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage, I think at a 30-year mortgage, usually you pay for your house 3 times, maybe 3.5 times. It is craziness. So do those small changes. What can you do? Maybe you do an extra job. Maybe you have a craft that every time you sell that goes to that car payment, or that goes to that mortgage, or whatever your big win is. You know, everybody has different things that they do. That's right, Ange. That's what we were saying. Make a payment and put any additional on the principal. Angela, when we do it, we just our regular payment comes out of the bank. Joe does that. Right? He goes onto the computer and he pays it. And then when we want to pay extra, I send in the envelope. And I just say on the principal. And maybe there's a way that Joe can do it through when he does it through our bank. But there's nothing to say that it's automatically going to go to that. So I find it better just to mail the envelope. But you do, like she's asking, how many times a month do you pay extra? Just once. I mean, if you had lots of money, you can pay anytime you want to. If you had extra money every single week, pay it every single week. It's just going to your principal. Oh, and Angie's saying, Angela, you can pay extra anytime to principal. That's completely true. And there's stats out there. You can Google, if you make one extra payment a year, how much faster it is. If you make an extra payment or X amount of dollars per month extra, it'll calculate how fast you're going to pay your mortgage off. And there's calculators, home mortgage calculators that will do that. Tony says, I overpaid while I was working in London. We now have 100,000 equity. Awesome. Only paid 80,000 in the house. Is now worth 150. That is awesome. And there's just so many stories of the little things that people do. Do you have to go out 2 or 3 times a week? What if you only went out once a week? What if you only went out every other week? Just depend on your situation. If you just put that money aside that you would have paid, and then you pay it on your mortgage or you pay it on your car, it's a big win. It's seriously, you will be shocked at how fast it changes. And I like that it does that. It's interesting how interest works, and it's very complicated. Now, what other things that you might have a goal, a big win? Maybe you want to start a business. What would be the little things, the small changes? What would you do to get ready for that business? What about saving for an investment property instead and renting that to someone? Totally excellent. I was just talking to a gal the other day, and actually my youngest daughter, and she has a friend that is a nurse, and now she owns 3 different houses, and she was renting 2 of them. And so when she bought the very first one, her and her son or daughter, can't remember, lived in a little trailer on the property, a little camper, and she rented the house so that she could pay it all off. I thought that was a smart thing to do. Those are small changes. Instead of living in a different house or living in that house, she wanted to pay for that, and now she has it as a where you can rent it each night. What do they call that? Airbnb? Yes. And I thought, what a good idea. And then she bought another one. And then she bought another one. I think that's fabulous. Because when you go to do the second one, the bank already sees that you have a renter and that they're paying this amount of money, and it's just something they're willing to invest in you because it has been working for you. And Ann is here. Hey Ann, how are you? How's the girls? How's that husband of yours? I saw the drilling, that it was the drill or something broke when they're drilling down into the well. That was interesting. And Ann is listening while she's preparing dinner. That is awesome. And make sure you keep listening, because when it gets to 25 minutes, I'm giving seeds away. And we're at 19 minutes, so it's not very far. Angie says, works the same, Stella. Either you can pay extra yourself towards a principal or pay it down faster, or you can charge your renters and the extra goes towards the principal. Totally true. I think there are times that we just don't realize how we can invest. If you wanted to start a business, that's your big win. What are the small changes you're going to do? What are the steps you have to do? Like, you have to check out what your city ordinance is. Do you have to go before them before you can start a business? What kind of license do you need? What kind of sales tax? Do you need an LLC? Just all kinds of little things. Now, those small changes, learning those things, writing lists, having a goal, having a business plan, even though those things take time, Those are big, it'll be a big win at the end because you're prepared. You know what's going to happen. And so that's a big win to me for somebody that wants to own a business. Maybe you want to buy a building. Could you rent the top half out as an apartment or offices? You know, maybe it's got a basement, maybe it's got a top level, maybe it's got different things. Maybe you don't need the whole area that you can door off, wall off, and you can rent to somebody else so that they can pay for part of your mortgage. There are things to do. Stella says, yeah, but this way the renters pay your mortgage. That's true. It's interesting because when you get into that circle, because I have several people, friends of mine, that rent to people. They have multiple houses that they own and they rent out to people, or they have apartment complexes. There are people that buy duplexes or fourplexes and live in one and rent the other ones. That's a big win if you want to get your mortgage paid off. Diana's here. She says, hello, Sandy and everyone. So glad to be back during the live. Thank you very much. I feel like you're talking to me right now. Oh, well, because we did look at that bill. You sent me that picture of that building. I didn't think about that then. 16 to 19 days till I'm unemployed and self-employed. And she's got some stuff going on, starting her own little business. It's awesome. And it's exciting. Change is always scary, you know. When you have a big goal, buying a house, buying a new car, starting a business, maybe you want to start a bank. Do you know that you have to have $12 to $20 million to start a bank or they won't approve you? That's kind of interesting. It takes about a year to 18 months before you get approved with all the licenses and stuff. So there are a lot of small changes for a big win. But you do have to have $12 to $20 million to start it. Or the agencies won't even approve you. It doesn't matter if you just want to be a little tiny bank. They won't approve you. I always thought it'd be fun to own a bank. Well, that would be a big win, wouldn't it? So, it's just important to pick your goals, pick your dreams, and then do those small steps, those small changes. Use any resource that you can so that you can be successful, so you can have that big win, so that you can live that dream that you want. You know, if it's self-employment, if it's running a corporation, whatever you want. Anne says PM. She's probably talking about when I first set up this live, it said AM. I didn't even realize it, but it's always PM. I'm not sure why it switched, and so that's probably what she's talking about. It was a crazy thing. Okay, so we're basically at 25 after. So each packet has 12. I'm giving one packet away to members that are in here. The other packet I'm giving away is to anybody in the chat, okay? So what are you going to get in your packet? Snow peas. Now, don't think it's too late to plant peas. There are people that I know that plant peas every 2 weeks, basically till it's almost the end of summer, so that they can harvest in September and October. Zinnias. Now these are a mixed zinnia. There's 200 seeds in there. Striped zinnias. I love zinnias. That's all there is to it. I love zinnias. Oh, Anne says, yeah, Angie, I do know you remember. Anne says that you can't see emojis, I guess. Oh, just put up the hearts. Oh, okay. Yeah, because, well, I increased the size, and so I guess the PM on your line went underneath. That's so funny. Okay, next ones. Carrots. Can you ever have too many carrots? No. How about rainbow carrots? Pumpkins. These are good for making pies and for cutting as a jack-o'-lantern. Cucumbers. Swiss chard. Leaf lettuce. Dark beets. Dark zucchini. And one of my favorite plants in the entire world. I grow this as a perennial down in Arizona. It's called Cassia popcorn plant. Now it makes, let me see if I can get that to show you, those yellow flowers. It's a very interesting looking plant. As a perennial, it can get about 8 to 10 feet tall. If you grow it as an annual, it'll probably get 3 or 4 feet tall. But anyway, the flowers, those yellow flowers, when you rub your hands on them, it smells like hot buttered popcorn. It's fabulous. It's just such a fun flower. And everybody that comes to my yard, I always take them over there and I tell them to rub their hands on the yellow flower, and the bees just love it. And everybody is just so crazy that it smells like hot buttered popcorn. So we are going to give it away. So you guys that are members, so not everybody else, you guys that are members, I want you to post a number. It doesn't really matter what number, 1 through 20, but don't post the same number as somebody that's already posted, okay? So you guys post, and then I'll do the button so that it picks the winner, okay? So there are members in here. Angie, Little Frenchie is a member. Charmaine is a member. Who else is in here that's a member? Charmaine, Angie, Little Frenchie. I'm scrolling all the way up. I don't want to miss somebody that's a member. Tony is a member. Tony, you live across the pond. I might have to work something out with you. So, people are putting in their numbers. And what I am going to do, is there any other members that haven't put a number in? Okay. Hopefully this will work the way it's supposed to. If it picks somebody else, that's going to be, oh, I can't be the winner. Oh my gosh. Nightbot, Nightbot, Nightbot. The winner is Ann at Little Frenchie in Big Texas. So Ann, I will send these to you. Of course I have your address. Okay, next one. Anybody in the chat. Doesn't matter. Anybody in the chat. Put a number 1. What? Oh, yes, Ann won from Little Frenchie in Big Texas. And so anybody in the chat, it doesn't matter if you're a member, not a member, just watch for the first time, just put a number. Just put a number in the chat, and I will give away the other bundle. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to throw in these spoon tomatoes. What do you think about that? So just put those numbers in. Okay, so we got a few people. I'll give up just another minute. Anybody else in the chat that, even if you haven't commented, so we don't really know you're in the chat, put a number in there. And we'll see who they pick. So anybody in the chat can win. Okay? So I am going to do this, and let's see who they pick. It's thinking, thinking, thinking. Lori's World. Lori's World is the winner. Congratulations. Awesome. Lori, I don't think I have your address. And so, just a second, let me put my address up there. If you will send your physical address to my email, because if you do it tonight, I will send these out tomorrow. Awesome. So much fun. Tiny tomatoes. It's like tiny bubbles, I tell you. Anybody could win the second one. Didn't matter if they're a member, a subscriber, just come in for the first time. It didn't matter. So awesome. So, Anne and Lori, congratulations. Now, this week, a little goal. Look in your life, is there something that you would really love for a big win? A car, a vacation, something for your house, a new house, a business, rentals, anything like that. Break it down to those little changes that you do, those little things that you need to get ready for so that you can win big. And hopefully this has inspired you. I will have several videos out this week, including making refrigerator pickles, because I put that on my my community tab. And I asked, would you like to see a video on how I make bread and butter pickles that are refrigerator pickles? And everybody said yes. And I'm also going to do refrigerator dill pickles because my dill is ready outside. So I'm going to let you go. I'm past my 30 minutes. The Vineyard Chicks have a live in 18 minutes. So if you know them, stop over and say hi to them. And I hope you guys have a great, great week. I'm looking forward to the week. And when we make the float on Wednesday, if the girls will let me do some filming while we're making the float, I will show everybody what the float looks like. Otherwise, you have to wait till the parade, and I'll show it to you. Lori, and I will mail those out tomorrow. Awesome. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.